Hello, 6 East receiving students and teachers. Thank you. Now, can anyone tell me what we looked at in our previous lesson? Class. Receiving students. What did we look at in our previous lesson? Good, your hands are going up. Now let's hear from Helen.
Reducing force.
Reducing force. Now, in your previous lesson, receiving students and class, Mr. Raghu gave an example of a car speeding, a speeding car. Now, he asked you how you were able to reduce the speed of that vehicle. How can you reduce the speed of the vehicle? Rudolph, you know how to reduce the speed of that vehicle?
Step the brakes.
Step the brakes. Okay, that's one way. You could slam on the brakes or step the brakes. Yes, good. Step the brakes, and while you do that, the vehicle gets slower and you reduce the force on the vehicle. Right. Okay, today we will be looking at a similar thing. We are still on the same strand and the substrand. And of course, the learning outcome. Today we will be looking at reducing force also, but this is lesson number 2. And of course, this is lesson 72. Right, receiving students and class. I would like you to put your hands in front of you like this. Put your hands in front of you. Both hands, good. Okay, now you do this. Just do this, as if you are beating on the drum, okay? There. And slow. Stop there. Okay, put that together. And try to do it on that same speed that you are doing without going. Do that. Faster. Faster. Okay, stop there. Tell me what happened. What happened? What happened when you just did this and when you did this? Did you feel anything? Did you? Okay, what did you feel, Fred?
Hot. Hot.
Hot. Of course, you would have felt hot, yeah. It was hot there. Jason.
Air.
Come again?
Air.
Air. He also felt air. That's when, apart from putting the hands together, when he did this, he felt air rushing and gushing past each other. Okay. So you could also feel that. Right, good. Okay. Today we will be looking at some things of that nature. And I would like you now, receiving students, I will give you 3 words. And class, these 3 words. Okay, one there. First one, grip. Can anybody use the word grip in a sentence? Whatever that comes to your mind, use that in a sentence. Laka. Receiving students? Oh, good, you're telling your teacher. Okay, we'll hear from Laka.
The tire has no grip.
Come again?
The tire has no grip.
The tire has no grip. Good. Anybody else? Anybody else? Now the word grip is used there. Robert,
Our shoes have grip.
our shoes have grip. Okay, that's on grip. We have two there. Now we will go on to the next word. Very good. Receiving students, you're telling your teacher. That's nice. Now let us look at our next word. Rough surface. Anybody, somebody, give me a sentence with the following word, rough surface in it. Rough surface. Receiving students. 6 is. The word there is rough surface. Very good, receiving teachers. You receiving students. Very good. You tell your teacher. Uvao, rough surface.
The floor is a rough surface.
The floor. Is it? Okay, good. The floor has a rough surface. Jason,
The road has no rough surface.
the road
Has no rough surface.
has no rough surface, right? Okay. The road has no rough surface. All right, good. Next one. The third one. The opposite. Right, we'll have some girls. Receiving students, if boys were answering, give a chance to the girls. Okay. Smooth surface. We will have Elipoli, then we'll have Tehila. Okay, Elipoli, smooth surface.
The page of a book has a smooth surface.
The page of a book has a smooth surface. The page of a book has a and Tehila.
The side of the pen has a smooth surface. Side of the pen.
Okay, this side of the pen. This side. The side of a pen has a smooth surface. Okay, this is what the model class have come up with. That's the tire has no grip. Our shoes have grip. The floor has a rough surface. The road has no rough surface. The page of a book has a smooth surface and the side of a pen has a smooth surface. Right. Good. Now, receiving students and class, we will get to our activities. Receiving students, if you do not have your books there, your teacher will copy down this activity as quickly on the blackboard for you to take down. Right, our activity instructions there. You will be looking at the following pictures and state where friction force is occurring. Now, before we go to the activity, you will be looking at friction force in today's activity. Now, in our previous lesson and what we just went through, we will be looking at friction. So, those will be some of the examples. But don't worry, at the end of this lesson, you will know what friction is. But at this time, you should be able to work out what friction is from the little exercises that we just went through. Remember doing this and rubbing our hands and going through those three words. Going through the three words that we looked at. All right, the activity table there. You're going to describe how friction is involved. Now, receiving students, if you cannot see that clearly, your teacher will get that on the blackboard for you. Do not worry about the pictures. The pictures will come in later. Right, here the next three activities and descriptions. and our last two activities. Right, receiving students, for those of you who have no books, your teacher would have copied that on the blackboard for you. Now, for today, we are going to be looking at those pictures, following pictures there on your screen, and then you are going to state where friction force is occurring. Where friction is occurring. Now, to help you with that, friction involved what we just went through at the beginning. It involves when you rub your hands together, you are causing a friction. When you, what's that? Grip onto tins, you are also causing a friction. When tins slide over each other, on what, those two surfaces, remember? Okay. Friction occurs. Now, in the pictures which you have on the screen, in those pictures, friction force is occurring. How is it in those pictures, are they slowing or causing heat, slowing down an activity, or causing contact with something, with a surface? Okay. Receiving students, if you are confused, your teacher will help you. Okay. In the picture, you will see if the tin causes heat, comes in contact with another object, or goes over the tin. And finally, whether you can, what did we use? Grip an object. All right, so each of you will have to come up with what is on the picture there, and you can describe briefly what is actually involved in the picture, where friction is occurring. Where is the point on the picture where you can slow down a force or make it move or cause it to rub against each other or cause heat. Okay, you understand? Good. Receiving students, your teacher will explain that to you. Right, the first one. Describe how friction is involved in a tug of war game. You also describe how friction is involved in hoisting a flag. In hoisting a flag, meaning pulling it up. You also describe how friction is involved in pulling up the anchor of a boat. How is friction involved when a person walks down the road? How is friction involved when you're flying a kite? Or moving a rock with a crowbar? Or catching a fish with a hand line? Or even firing an arrow with a bow? Okay, so these pictures will be flashed on your screen. You can do that as it comes on. You can do that in groups. All right, class and the receiving students. Let us hear from some of our friends here in the media class. We will hear from Samantha and Tahila first. Then we're going to hear from Laka and Alex.
The man is sitting on a surface box and he is fishing. And the friction involved is the man pulling the fish with the fishing line.
Okay, the man is sitting on the water, on a surface, and he's fishing. Okay, and the friction involved is the man pulling the fish with the fishing line. Okay, there is a push and a pull there. While the pull is going on, it's coming in contact with, and of course it's gripping an object. So that is an example of a friction. So our girls not yet come back. Where do you think friction is occurring? Point to the place where friction is occurring. There. Okay, there and there. The fish is pulling it and friction is occurring also at the fisherman's. Where else? Okay, the fisherman's hands. Good. So the friction is occurring there, and probably down here also. Thank you very much, Hila and Samantha. Right, Laka and Alex. Laka and Alex. Okay, let's hear from Laka and Alex.
How friction is involved. When he is walking, his two thighs rub together, and that's how friction is involved.
Okay, so where is the friction? Point two. Okay, his two thighs rubbing together, and that is how friction is involved. Good. We can also say that when it touches the surface of another, show us where else friction is occurring. Okay, at the bottom of the soles of his feet. Good. That's another place where friction is occurring. The feet is coming in contact with another surface, which is the ground. Receiving students, I hope you got that. Okay, Emmanuel and Lorraine. We'll have the last one from Emmanuel and Lorraine.
Friction is involved when the two teams pull the rope in different directions.
Okay, when the two teams pull the rope in which? Okay, indicated there, right?
The arrow shows where the friction is occur, and also on the legs.
And also on the legs. Very good. Thank you very much. Those are different places where friction is involved. Thank you very much. Okay, receiving students, your teacher will help you with the others there. Our summary for today. Right, the name of the force that slows things down or makes things stop is called friction. All right, very good. By now you should have completed your summary. Okay, so receiving students and class, right, you can see from the examples which all right, by now you should have completed your summary. Now, receiving students and class, you would have seen that from the examples given by our friends there, you can use the word grip, rough surfaces, smooth surfaces, and also when things cause heat, comes into contact, all this involves friction, yes. With that, it brings us to our keyword for today. What do you think our keyword is, everyone? Okay, friction is our keyword. Now, the materials for the next lesson are as follows. Okay, with that, thank you very much, 6Es and receiving students, and have a nice day. Thank you.